So, genau.
Hello, Mancer.
Hello. I talked to Scott's ex-wife.
So, what did she say?
It's an awful story. Her son. Anyway, their son was struck by mutation. They took him away from them, of course, but it made Scott go crazy, and he was convinced that he could find a remedy. He asked for your father's help, so they left together, and were gone for a long time. Their exploration apparently didn't lead to anything concrete for the boy, and Scott descended into madness. And then one day, Mark left. His ex thinks that it was to bring back something useful for his research, and he never came back.
Shit. So my father's disappearance is related to that poor kid? It's really awful what they must have gone through. That explains a lot about why he's so crazy, and also why he behaves as if we were his kids. Thank you, Zach. That doesn't answer all my questions, far from it, but I have a better grasp of what happened. My father disappeared by helping his best friend, who was going through a rough patch and wanted to heal his child. It's a sad but beautiful story, isn't it? I'm gonna think about all this. Thank you again.
You're not like other girls, are you?
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Or are you being a wise ass?
Because you've got a hell of a temper.
And what? You'd rather have a nice little girl who knows her place? Does what you tell her?
I'm pretty sure I didn't say that.
I didn't say you did. Otherwise you'd have your ass handed to you. I don't let myself get pushed around. It's not a bad thing.
Okay. Bisschen flirten hat auch nicht geholfen. Nun weiter mit uns. Da haben wir ein bisschen ja reinzubringen im Spiel, aber weniger. Ach nee, weißt du, hier bevor ich mir noch verliere in was betrifft Level und so. Ich muss die Mutanten. Ich habe einmal gutes Karma dabei gewonnen, da kann ich ihn auch nochmal schlechtes Karma machen. Ich kann mich ja einmal schlechtes Karma hier gönnen.
Let's go. You can't...
They would, but...
I'm not here for excuse. You had enough convincing? Ready to work again now?
Yes, they will go back to work with their...
Ja. Zumindest können wir zumindest die Mission abschließen, aber da habe ich dann nicht drauf rumankern. Aufseher ist hier vorne.
Hey there, you in charge of the mutant pen? Name's Zachariah Mancer, Ophir officer.
Hey, yeah. Pen's my responsibility. Sure. Dan Stewart, what can I do for you?
I managed to stop the rebellion. The mutants should resume work soon.
Well, there's a bit of good news. Sure it wouldn't have ended so well without your help. I would have lost my job, so thank you.
So. Damit gehen wir jetzt zurück zur Citadelle. Ach komm, was wollt ihr, ne? Was wollt ihr? Und zurück zu O4. Erstmal zum Großmeister. Über den Bahnhof? Bin ich ja korrekt? Nee, ich bin nicht korrekt. Ich muss über den Hof. Nicht über den Bahnhof. Ist auch ein Hof, aber der falsche Hof. Ich vertue mich immer wieder hier. Ich muss immer die kleinen Gänge nehmen und nicht einfach die großen offensichtlichen Gang. Ist so kompliziert, das große einfach. Ist so unkompliziert, das große einfach. Ich muss es schwer haben im Leben.
My God. I know, I couldn't believe it myself. An explosion.
Ah, Feuerwehr draußen. Feuerwehr. So, hier haben wir hoch. Oder? Nee, nicht hoch. Hier runter. Und einmal rein.
Zachariah, a pleasure as always. What may I do for you?
Ich habe das.
I've returned, Great Master, with the relic from the Aurora evacuation. It's a tablet filled with text, and I don't have a clue how to decipher it.
A glorious day. You have no idea what this means, Zachariah. The language is indeed difficult, and most no longer have the knowledge or ability to understand it. Most, but not me. I will begin deciphering immediately. We will know soon enough the vast wealth of secrets it holds. Sean was certainly right in his appraisal of you. Your worth has already proven to be infinitely valuable. A word of warning, Zachariah. Words spreading about your missions. Things you've been able to accomplish. Filled with troubling details that imply you have a mole in your midst. If there is an ASC spy amongst your ranks, he will not only know our secret, but eventually share it back to his master. We will, in no uncertain terms, be lost. All will be lost. So take care. And take care of it. Sooner rather than later.
Thank you for the warning. I assure you, I will get to the root of this. Are you so sure that it's a spy?
Indeed. The details of your mission were so specific that they were assuredly gained firsthand. So unless you are spreading the information yourself, who else is left but Captain Eliza and your men? Whoever it is, make sure they see nothing else. Ensure that our secret is kept safe.
Okay. Sehr detailliert, sagte der. Ich dusche. Erhöhte kritische Chance. Was habe ich nur an Dings bekommen? Aurora Technomancer Handschuhe, danke. So. Schuh. Soldatenstiefel. Was habe ich für eine Bein? Technomancer Hose, die schlechter ist. Da brauche ich eine Stärke für. Statt für den Koppes? Nee. Da konnte ich ein bisschen stärker sein, aber nee, nicht für mich. Mal überspringen, so. Einmal in die Kasernen. Und bei Dämmerung sollten wir auf unseren Spion reingehen. Captain Lise.
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
Mutants are back to work, Captain.
Well done, Lieutenant. Now go see Ryan and get paid.
So.
Captain, all Aurora tunnels were destroyed. If they're gonna get back into the city, they'll have to come up with another way.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Lieutenant. Find Ryan and get your pay. It was well earned.
Yeah.
Colonel ENTWICKLER came by looking for you. Hope this isn't going to be a habit, Lieutenant. His problems aren't yours anymore. You're part of my unit now. We clear?
Of course. I'll go see him on my own time, not yours, Captain.
So. Ran.
Hi.
Where my Bataller? Ran.
How can I help you?
Captain Eliza told me to come find you for my pay.
Indeed, I've been expecting you. Here you go.
So.
Word on the street is that the locusts are swarming the underworks. Patrol gonna get it under control before the shit hits the fan?
Unlikely. High Command's about as interested in the slums as they are the underworks. Why try to spit shine a turd? And what's it to you anyway? As it goes, little nuisances have a way of becoming big problems over time. Proliferation. And I'd be willing to pay to nip it in the bud now, before they start to hit our warehouses and personnel too. Well, you'd have more luck killing them in their nests than hunting them one by one. Or you could booby-trap the tunnels and catch the rats while they roam. Your call.
Prügel. Einmal schlafen. Fallen übergeben?
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
Made the traps you suggested. Now they just have to be set to catch the locusts.
And I'll make sure they find their way to the tunnels. Keep the filthy things from reaching the surface and poaching our goods. And Lieutenant, thank you for caring. The poorest of us rarely get shown such concern. It's your lucky day. I need a favor, if you have the time, on top of the missions the captain already gave you.
Depends on the favor.
Soldiers back from the front are barricaded inside the warehouse. But they think Aurora's outside and they're in the middle of a war zone. They've terrorized the merchants, but honestly, that's not even the worst of it. According to internal reports, they're not just soldiers. They're test subjects for a new combat drug that increases their strength tenfold. Their paranoia is probably a result of the drug, but it makes the situation even more dangerous. I would prefer it if you could reason with them. You could use force, but in their state, the drugs could push them over the edge. A straight-up fight could kill them. First things first, we need to help get them quarantined and away from civilians to prevent further collateral damage. I know you're up to your neck in other responsibilities, but please, this is a favor for me and a favor for the guys. If the ASC handles it instead, I know I'm gonna be writing letters of condolences. Don't let it come to that.
I honestly think a noob who's not even a real soldier will be able to reason with a corporal hopped up on some super drug. He knows Technomancers aren't magicians, right?
Pipe down, Lieutenant will find a way. Maybe we just need to find the corporal's family to help talk him down. Look at me, I'm just full of ideas.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Aber das nicht. Haha. Was habe ich hier? Stachelschild. Ein bisschen besser. Nehme ich mit. Soldaten, die ich nicht trage. Ich brauche mehr Stärke. Ja, ich brauche mehr Kraft. Ich so weich. Ah, wie komme ich in ein Bett? Dämmerung.
I gotta find that spy. Maybe I should ask around.
Ach, das ist meine Privatkiste. Jeffrey.
Colonel Mancer came by looking for you. Hope this isn't...
Of course. I'll go see. Have a moment, Captain?
Depends what you need it for.
Just want to get to know you better, Captain.
I don't usually mix business and pleasure, Lieutenant, but ask away and we'll see which questions I feel like answering.
What do you think of us?
Honestly, Lieutenant? I'm not quite sure yet. You Technomancers are new to me. Undoubtedly special, and capable of feats my other units couldn't dream of accomplishing, but time will tell. That said, I've been quite impressed. I thought it was the definition of insanity to send you and so few of your men on some of those missions. Missions I would have anticipated needing 10 times the manpower for. So far, you've proven me wrong. A rare feat in itself. So even though it's taking some time getting used to, I couldn't be happier you're one of my troops.
How was your rise to captain earned?
Over time. But by no special action by me. Graduated as a corporal, and thanks to the brave men underneath me, their success in missions became mine in rank. No heroic feats to dazzle you with in stories. Just a lot of time and dedication that I'm proud of just the same.
You from Ophir?
Born and raised. Father was an officer. Mother was a quartermaster. And I've rarely ventured outside the walls for a few scattered missions. Sound familiar, Lieutenant?
Very familiar, Captain. Except my parents weren't officers.
Which makes your rise even more noble, Lieutenant.
Can I ask about your relationship with ASC?
Tread carefully, Lieutenant. One might start to wonder the purpose of your questions. But here's my answer. We're all forced to work with them, but it doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Too much power too quickly leads to arrogance. Brash and too quick to act. And quite frankly, as they've risen in power, it's no coincidence that the dissenters, deviants, and rebels have risen in numbers. They're a great source of intel, however they get it. I sleep better at night not knowing the means. But I've always thought the army was strength enough, that the ASC was overkill. I trust you won't repeat anything I've said, Lieutenant. I'd hate for both of us to find ourselves enemies of the state over a little frank conversation.
My lips are sealed, Captain, and I appreciate your candor and trust, more than you know.
Spend durchsuchen, nein. Was haben wir hier? Nämlich.
Everything's clean in here. It's just like the captain's work. Nothing that implies she's working with the ASC.
Lieutenant?
I want to know my men better. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Oh, great. Show and tell. Yay.
What do you do when you're off duty?
Nothing special. See my folks, I guess. They ain't getting any younger, so... And I give most of my paycheck to them, because I'm the only one they got left. Sister died. And I ain't married, so... When I ain't with them, I'm at the bar. Drowning the shitstorm that my life's become. Not exactly a picture-perfect life, but it's mine. And hell, I get paid enough to help them out and buy my own drinks, so... What's there to complain about?
What do you think about Jeffrey Hunter?
He's a village idiot who thinks he can brown-nose his way to a promotion. Fucking reject. And no, he ain't my friend, if you haven't pieced that together.
I'm gonna leave you alone. Seems you'd rather be that way anyway.
Mal seinen Spind durchsuchen und dann wird mal den anderen angeguckt.
I can't open it without a code.
Schade.
Lieutenant, sorry to bug you, but I gotta talk to you about something. Look, Lieutenant, maybe it's just because I'm not used to life in the city, but...
Cut to the point, soldier.
I think we're being tailed, sir. I think someone's been watching us, but I don't know why.
All right. Any ideas how to figure out who it is?
Hell yeah. I ain't no hunter for nothing, sir. I'd say we could leave from, say, the barracks or something and head towards the exchange. But, you know, act casual like it's just another day. We just treat it like we're out for a walk. Then, once we know we're being followed, we lead him to a trap down a dead-end road. And pow! You've got him. Or her. Whoever it is.
That's one way to go. All right. Why not? Let's try it. See what happens.
So. Ich würde sagen, nächste Aufnahmerunde werden wir sehen, wie der Plan aufgehen wird. Habt ihr euch schon mal ein bisschen zu freuen für nächstes Mal. Und dann würde ich sagen, danke fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns zum nächsten. Wiedersehens.